Hello everyone, welcome back to another custom die-cast review. I figured this was a good time to bring this car out, not only because I've been wanting to review it for like a month and just never got to it, but with the announcement of Chase Elliott doing the throwback to this paint scheme for 2024, I figured why not go ahead and just make the review. So, this is originally, now a lot of people are going to like, I don't know, want to kill me for saying this, but originally, this was the Pocono win. Yes, I know, how dare I, right? But I have good reason. If you look at the window here, not this, but this right here, that's how it was produced. It was produced incorrectly. It had like the foggy windows on it. It didn't look good. It was a pretty big Lionel error that somebody had that I bought them off of, because I was like, oh, it's a good deal, because it was, damaged or whatever, and it wasn't really right. But now I'm like, and I think the color is off too. I think it's more of like a cream color than like an actual white. But either way, I was like, I'll buy it because I want it in my collection. And then I'm like, the more I looked at it, the more wrong it was, just like with the color, with the windshield, or rear windshields, windows, whatever. I was just like, man, I really don't like this one. So I was like, you know what, I'll find something to do with it. I don't think anybody else is going to buy it because it's such a big factory error. I was like, okay, well, we'll find something. Originally, I thought about turning it into the Martinsville Custom, and I'm like, no, probably not. I'll just save up money and probably get one later on. Even though it's like a freaking $500 die cast, which, whew, if I ever get one, it's going to be lucky. But either way, I was like, you know what, we'll figure out something with it. I ended up making the Texas Crash because it's a race version. I mean, why not, I guess. Which, as a junior fan, it really, really bothered me to not only customize his Pocono win, and even though it was, damaged and misprinted or whatever, but making his Texas Crash not ideal, but I guess it really had to be done. So that's what we're looking at today. This is the Texas Crash. It's not my best work by any means. I'm not really a huge fan of how it came out. But I mean, you win some and you lose some. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it here. If you want to see the other side, this is how it looks. The purple is pretty accurate. I think the wall scrape could be a lot better. I might run back over it again. I might not. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look at it here. So on the hood, we do have National Guard. You can see some of this is something I'm not really proud of. This was the fire extinguisher, like residue or leftover, I guess there. But that's on the hood there. Got Earnhardt Jr., the banner. You can see, actually, it's super cracked. That's how it was printed. I filled it in with black paint to kind of make it more solid, I guess. Because the cracks did show pretty bad. I mean, you could see like through the cracks into the car from the windshield. So I tried to fix that up a little bit. Got the 88 right there, roof flaps to open still. National Guard, got the rear in here. I did repaint the lines of the rear windshield, but that like smudginess, that was actually printed on there. Which, I mean, sucks. It's very unfortunate, but you win some, you lose some, I guess. National Guard there, you do have some of the more fire extinguisher stuff on the spoiler here. National Guard trunk does open. Yes, it does. Fuel cells on there. The back end here is completely black because it's all burnt. Like there was a fire rolling out from underneath the car, and it just burned the entirety of that back bumper. And I even singed, accident or not, but I did singe some of the spoiler here, and it does give a little bit of like a warped effect to it, so I think that looks pretty decent. So there's that. The back end's pretty done for. National Guard, here's the toasted side, because he smacked the wall on this side after clipping the grass, and then, of course, all the fire was underneath, so they just sprayed the entire right side of the car with the fire extinguisher just to try to put it out. But, it's not too good. Not a good time. It really hurts seeing all this happen, but, it is what it is, I guess. Hopefully somebody will enjoy it. National Guard got the purple tires, KellyBlueBook.com, Valvoline, 1 winter sticker, even though there's 1 on each side. It should be 2, then 1, because he won the 500, and then this is the Pocono, which I believe was the second race. Yeah, because he won the Fall Martinsville, then he won Pocono after the first Pocono, which was the Pocono Sweep. That was in the Michael Baker car, I think that's what that was. So yeah, he had, what, 4 wins that season? Yeah, so I mean, you know, whatever. I guess that was either they didn't do it in Victory Lane then, or they just waited, and Lionel got pictures before they put it on there. I'm not really too sure. But anyway, Mountain Dew, you can kind of see what's in here. You can see that it's all just covered. Dale Jr. on the name rail. Got the blue from the Texas wall contingencies, but you can't really tell what they are. You can see some of the burnt effect, add a little bit of brown and black in there to kind of make it look crisp. And I do think it came out pretty good. I can see some of that burn mark kind of goes down here as well. Of course, the front is still caked in that fire extinguisher. Moog Mill Comp Sunoco's probably under there somewhere, 88, under the, you know, fire extinguisher. Chevrolet SS, here's the big chunk that was taken out from where he clipped that grass. And that's what ultimately sent him up into the wall. Now you can see some of that just damage there on the bottom where, again, you just got to clip that grass. Here's the tire wear on that. Got the window net down. We can see the contingencies on this side. We have Mechanics Wear, Holly EFI 3M, NASCAR Cup Series, or Sprint Cup Series, Coors Light Pole Award, Autometer, Jegs, Edelbrock, Duralast, Flowmaster, and Freescale. Of course, you got some pop rivets all down there because this is ultimately an actual produced race version. Or a raced win, I guess. I mean, now it's a race version, but you know. Window net is down. You can see all the details in there just from the actual produced car. You can see the steering wheel turning whenever I turn the wheels. Back when Lionel used to be really good. Now they are laughable for the most part. But anyway, got the, I think this is, where did this come from? Was this like from the grass? I don't remember why that's so white. Maybe they just did some fire extinguisher there too. Kelly Blue Book, of course, you got American Ethanol. And then, we do have under the hood, but I'll show you that first, and then I'll show you the undercarriage. So here is the 2014 ARC detail for Lionel. Not really, you know, anything crazy, but still got some coloration in there. Then underneath, we do have Chevrolet, National Guard, and Mountain Dew. Or is that Diet Mountain Dew? Diet Mountain Dew, okay. So now, underneath, we got some of the details. Not a whole lot because some of the 124s, or I guess the 124s, do come with some detail. The only thing I didn't do, or that I did do, was this was painted silver, and this was painted red. That's all I did to the underneath. I didn't do anything else. Obviously, I did have to chip off some of that front piece to kind of make it more, like, I don't know, flowable, I guess. Because if you had this part sticking out, it would have looked out of place. So I just kind of cut that off. But yeah, I mean, other than that, everything's all by Lionel, other than these two things here. Suspension, that's there. Gold. Exhaust, that's there. Transmission's there. Black and silver. Got some black bits underneath, but for the most part, that's Lionel's doing with the detail on the underneath. Now, again, that little bit was the rest of me, but here is the finished product. I mean, again, I'm not too proud of how it came out overall. There is some spots that I am proud of, and some of them are just not really what I wanted. I'm proud of the little burn mark on the spoiler back here. Proud of, like, the front damage, window net, all that. That's all fun and dandy. The burn mark here, I thought turned out really good. It's just the extinguisher kind of hit it a little bit. As I said before, wasn't too proud of the blue mark. It could have been a little heavier, could have been a little more noticeable. I think the purple rims and tires, that looks pretty good because it's pretty accurate. So it's like a 50-50. I like it and I don't, which is kind of how I did with it. But, oh well, you know, again, you win some and you lose some. Some products are really good, some are really crap, some are just kind of in the middle, and I think this is just kind of in the middle. So with that being said, I do believe that'll be all for this custom diecast review. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.